Right, so it's day one down at C Sessions in Bundoor, and I'm joined in studio by Bastille. Welcome, lads.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us on this lovely evening where the weather is slightly turned, but it won't matter to you later on because you're in a tent, so it'll be a nice experience for you anyway, I would say. And sound check earlier on, busily, it was well attended, yeah?
It was one of the biggest crowds we've had so far.
How many did you have in at the
In our
sound check?
career
I
today.
missed it actually. I heard it, but I didn't get to pop my head in.
It was nearing double figures, I believe.
Couple of people coming up asking for photographs and little video clips. Am I right? Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. So anyway, guys, I mean, it's been certainly. I mean, it's the last few months have been amazing for you. Like I remember. I heard Other People's Heartache was the first thing I heard, and
Did you?
yeah, I did, and that's what I heard. And I saw there was a free download of that. It took me a while to find it or whatever, because you've done some '90s cover versions and like Snap and things like that. And where are they? The song? Did you listen to those kind of songs yourselves years ago? Were they kind of favourites of yours?
No, I mean, in so much as they were on the radio and I was alive.
Oh,
No. As in, like they're brilliant songs in their own way.
Yeah.
But you know, I think with the mixtapes, we just wanted to I think we wanted to cover a whole bunch of songs that probably no one would expect us to, and that, you know, they're songs with like massive hooks, and they're songs that are sort of burned on my brain from, you know, and our brains from hearing them when we were.
what I
kids
loved
on the
about it
radio.
is that you didn't cover something. You kind of, in some ways, cover sampled it, if you know what I mean, because you did Snap and you did Corona, and all in the same track. I remember hearing it going, like, two of my favourite songs, and I kind of, it just worked so well.
Well, for me, I think because I must have been quite young when I was like hearing them on the radio, and in my mind thinking back to them, I thought they were the same song, and then I listened to them both and were like, oh, it's really annoying that it doesn't, like, that Rhythm is a Dancer doesn't then burst into Rhythm of the Night. So we were like, well,
Why not?
Let's just do it. Let's just crowbar them together.
I didn't realise they're different songs till we've been playing them for about a year and Dan.
I know, really?
I just thought that was one song. Like, quite
That's
recently
making
I
me
found
feel
out.
old now, knowing that.
I just assumed it was the same song. Should be.
They are, in fair, the songs are so similar, to be fair, and it works. I never thought of putting them together, and as a DJ I should have, so I didn't.
I think so, like, a lot of purists were like slightly appalled. That,
Well, I know.
Yeah.
I played that track. I've played it quite a few times on my Friday night show, and it's been split 50-50. Getting texting going, oh my God, that's amazing. Other people going, what have they done to that song? I'm like, it's genius. If you can't see that, that's your fault. So, I mean, have you been surprised by the success? Because everybody I've spoken to today, without fail, there's normally a couple of bands people want to see. Everybody just wants to see you guys who's down here.
Oh,
and I mean,
wow.
even the radio coverage, I've never, you know, it's gone from sort of, you know, I remember getting sent the first single and saying, yeah, I'll give that a play. And then suddenly it's every time you turn on the radio, you guys are on, which is amazing. Like,
It's strange. I think we sort of this year we've kind of been touring loads, and so we haven't really. I think we've sort of kind of missed out on how things have really gone for us.
Yeah.
In the sense that we've just been gigging loads and travelling, and you know, we don't really hear it on the radio. So, but then people keep telling us that, and we're like, oh God, sorry, it must be really annoying. That's what that's my immediate instinct is.
to be
like,
fair, I'd say that's probably better, because I would say it does affect you after a while if you keep hearing, you know, if you know you're on so much, you know you're getting so much coverage of that. Is that something, it might sound a bit weird, but is that something you worry about at all? Because you know the way a new band comes out and everyone goes, these guys are great, and then too many people are saying these guys are great, and then other people start going, oh, they've sold out. Or do you worry about too much success, or does that seem daft to even be a concern?
Can I swear? Because there's an anecdote that involves swearing. But
You can, because we'll bleep it out and we'll play it back.
Basically, like, there's kind of like certain batch of our fans, if you will. They've created a phrase which is Pompeii wankers, which is basically people who have just come on board having heard that one song and apparently liking it. And
But we in no way think that they're Pompeii
No,
Wankers. We love all
they're
our
brilliant.
fans, new or old.
Of course,
I mean,
of course.
It's strange to even be asked that question for us, because, you know, I think, you know, if 6 months ago or whatever someone had said, do you think it will get annoying, like you guys getting too much exposure? We'd have been like, what are you talking about? I think we didn't really
You
expect.
probably think back years ago going, I'd love if that was a problem.
Yeah. I mean, I know what you're saying. I mean, you know, I think it's bands and artists and stuff sort of can get kind of a bit killed by overexposure, but I guess being slightly unaware of it, you know, what can we do but kind of get on with it? And I think if we just keep trying to, you know, if we make more mixtapes and put out albums, I think that the problem is maybe when there's like a couple of songs that get hammered and then there's nothing else to follow it up. So hopefully, you know,
well, you've got a whole album full, which is great. And to be fair, I think Pompeii is a great track. It's definitely not my favourite. Overjoyed is my favourite.
Oh, really?
And the Detour remix of it, absolutely love. My favourite of all of them.
Oh, wow.
And I just think that there's so much more to that album than just Pompeii. It's a great single, but I mean, if people only really know you for that, I think there's so much more.
Well,
you know.
We hope so. I think with the album we sort of tried to do something slightly different with each song. So, yeah. Well, I hope people don't buy expecting an album of Pompeii's, because it isn't really.
Look, as long as you got one big radio hit on it, and then you kind of keep everyone happy, because that means that when you bring anything out afterwards, what you want to be, I think, is one of those bands that a radio station or anyone gets in, and as soon as their single comes in, they just play this to the immediately, because this is the new Bastille song. Not do we like it, or it's just, it's good enough because it's there. And when you know, moving forward, I mean, it must be hard kind of when you bring out a first album that's so strong. You know, or do you worry about the next stage, or are you just kind of, I suppose you should be just enjoying where you're at the moment, but
I mean, it's strange for us because I think the album for us is relatively old, as in, you know, it came out in March, but for us these are songs we've been playing for a couple of years. So
yeah.
So I guess, and we've already started thinking about the next album, but then at the same time we're like, it only came out in March, like, but you know, I think we're kind of quite chilled out about the next album. A lot of people keep asking us if we feel a huge amount of pressure, and I think, I mean, I'm sure when it comes to actually releasing it, we'll be terrified like we were with the first one. But, you know, I think as long as we make an album that we're happy with and that's not like, you know, minimal electro or like screamo, I think hopefully.
Album 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
hopefully it'll be alright.
I think anybody brings out a first album and it's really strong, everybody kind of goes, "Oh, are you worried about the second album?" And you know, and I've just said it to you, but it's probably worse to bring out a weak first album because no one actually bothers listening to your second album then anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we've got to look at it in a nice way and sort of try and say that we've somehow managed to give ourselves this platform, and we will either massively disappoint people or hopefully build on things. But I don't know. I think where we're at the moment has sort of far exceeded anything we ever expected. So, you know, I guess we'll just sort of fumble along from here and see what happens.
Well, I guess the first album was like a collection of songs that we all like really liked.
Yeah.
So I guess if we kind of take that same approach, then hopefully other people might like the next album as well. But I guess if we kind of write to please ourselves, maybe then that'll be a good
Well,
starting
if you pleased
point.
yourself on the first album and that works so well, then I can't see that being a bad thing for the second album, certainly.
Also, I like to think that the people that we work with would tell us if it was bad.
Listen,
or
lads,
like we
out,
tell
lads.
each other. I think hopefully there's enough sort of like.
But being told something's bad doesn't necessarily mean you can then go away and write something good. They might tell you it might be bad.
Also, the
Doesn't
fact that there is
necessarily
4 of you, like between all of you, you'll go, yeah, that's good, or no, that really isn't working.
Hopefully.
And I see that you're going to be playing in Australia as well.
I know.
Yes.
Sydney and Melbourne, August. Have you played there before?
No,
No,
never been there
never.
before.
You've never been there?
Ooh.
Fabulous place.
Really?
Yeah, I was there in January.
Oh.
It was my first time ever being there, and I have to say, amazing place. But my God, I couldn't get over how expensive it was.
Really?
Ireland and England are not that. They're expensive.
Because Ireland for us is really expensive.
Oh no, this is like. This is really cheap until you get
Like
to
minimum wage
Sydney
there
and
meant
Melbourne.
it was like $16 an hour in like Mackie D's and stuff.
No way.
Oh no, it's just crazy.
Let's
Like.
all move to Australia.
Yeah. Burger jobs.
So anyway, so the shows that you're doing over there, are the venues up? Can anyone check them out or whatever? We do have a lot of people in certainly in Australia listening. So
Yeah.
oh, it's been checked. It's been checked as we speak.
No,
So people are going to be going. What dates are they? Are they? They're officially confirmed venues.
They're confirmed yet. I think they go on sale
I
later this week or
keep filling.
Okay, we're gonna
Next
check it out for you.
They exist and they're
Yes.
probably made of bricks.
Yes.
or breeze
they'll
blocks.
have power and lighting and
Yep.
some sound.
So none of you have been to Australia then before.
Right. Sorry, we're playing.
I love
Okay, here we go. Drum
playing
roll.
The Metro in Sydney.
Oh yes, the
And
Crown Metropole.
The,
Oh no,
the-
sorry, that's Melbourne. Sorry, go on. My
and
apologies.
then Melbourne is the Corner Hotel,
Fantastic.
which could be a B&B for all we know, but
I don't think it is. I doubt that very much. I think you're going to have a fantastic time. So just sort of festival-wise, what else have you got here before you head off there? That's August, I think you're doing that, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a very busy summer of festivals, which we're really excited
I
about.
should probably ask you what festivals you're not playing at. That probably would be easier, would it?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We're quite excited about Glastonbury next weekend.
That is going to be
Obviously
amazing.
being here as well.
And I presume you've
But-
all been to Glastonbury at various stages
We played
yourselves.
2 years ago. We played on a couple of very tiny stages.
Literally built out of beer crates. I'm not even
Yeah.
joking. One of them was.
The thing is, it's Glastonbury just to be there. It's
Oh
just-
yeah,
yeah.
no, it's
So
amazing.
this time around you'd be like one of the big acts, which must be a great feeling.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to be going and play. Like we're playing on the John Peel stage, which is I don't know. It's sort of. I hope it's a lot of fun. But I think what's so interesting with Glastonbury, it's so huge that we are, you know, in the grand scheme of things, we're like
Very small
the
fish.
tiniest blip on the Glastonbury radar. But that's that's what's great about it. Hopefully we'll have a fun gig, and then we've got the whole weekend to go and see all the proper bands.
Fantastic. And then of course you're going to be on here on the main stage 10:35.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so look, lads, it was lovely to talk to you, and continued success. I'm sure it's going to be great, and enjoy Australia.
Thanks for having
you.
us.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a million for that. Sorry for keeping you waiting
No,
again.
it's fine.